Okay, this is some quotes from the book Holy Grail of Wisdom Quotes by me, Pete Rogers. We're going in alphabetical order. We're on letter D and A. So the first person is Steve Dasbach talking about education. He says, a public school cannot teach reading, writing, or arithmetic. Why should we trust them to teach morality, respect, and character? If public education does for ethics what it's done for learning, we will end up with a generation of immoral, disrespectful, and characterless students. Yes, public schools are so bad. If you are a parent with children of that age, do anything you can to get them out of the public school. I know it's difficult because you're forced to send, the kids to public school. They call it compulsory free education. You're forced to send them. If you can homeschool, that's the best. The next best is private Catholic. The next best after that is private something else. The worst is public schools. I had the experience of going to both public schools and Catholic schools. In the public schools, it was chaos. There were kids fighting. There were people having sex, doing drugs, kids pregnant, free-for-all chaos in the hallways. The teachers were not in charge. The education was worthless. At the Catholic school, the education was also very bad, close to worthless. But the social education and the religious education was actually pretty good. There was a community. Everybody knew each other. There was no fighting. No one was having sex. No one was doing drugs. Not a single person. I knew everybody. I played on all the sports teams. And people were just nicer, better behaved, and they went on to be better people in general. There's a lot of really great people at the public schools, but the public schools are chaos. They're a disaster. The purpose of a public school is to create a homogenous, conformist population of atheists who turn against their parents, who are minimum wage chumps. That's what it's about. It's about trying to ruin people, not about helping them. Okay, Russell Davenport. He lived from 1899 to 1934, an American author, and here's what he says. Progress in every age results only from the fact that there are some men and women who refuse to believe that what they know to be good and right cannot be done. Yeah, they push even though it's against the system. Everybody's noticed that too. Ayn Rand said, all the real creators, they were totally resisted. Schopenhauer, all truth is initially ridiculed, then violently opposed, and then accepted as self-evident. Okay, Russell Davenport. The history of our time is a history of phrases which rise to great power and then just as suddenly they pass away. Men are destroyed by them. Others are raised to power. And after all this havoc has been wreaked, suddenly the phrase disappears and it raises the awful question, where is all the truth? Yeah, there's some slogan. Good fats is sort of like a slogan in nutrition that makes lots of people sick. I said it before, the only good fat is fiber because some of the fiber gets made into short-chain fatty acids. Acetate, 2-carbon, propionate, 3-carbon, butyrate, 4-carbon. Butyrate maintains the tight junctions in the gut wall, the blood-brain barrier, etc. Then the 2-carbon acetate and 3-carbon propionate, a lot of them goes to the liver. There's a little more to it than what I'm telling you, but that's what you need to know. Acetate and propionate go to the liver, and they're made into your fats. So you get what you need, and the fact that it comes in the form of fiber, it doesn't cause leaky gut. It does the opposite. It prevents leaky gut, versus the other fats increase the risk of leaky gut. But anyways, yeah, there's all these slogans, and they're basically used to take advantage of people, to steal from people and stuff. Okay, we're not going to get into that too much more. Garth Davis, he's the sort of famous nutrition guy. He's a bariatric surgeon. He wrote a very good book called Proteinaholic. I only have one quote of him here. Eat right for your blood type is complete BS. But he's got a lot of good stuff. He's a smart guy. Okay, Thomas Davis, Irish poet, he says, and then I prayed I yet might see our fetters rent in twain, and Ireland, long a province, be a nation once again. And that's a very good song. Wolf Tones, I think, has the best version. I'll put a link of it in the description. Wolf Tones are a great Irish band. Okay, the next person is Richard Dawkins. He's the guy, author of The Blind Watchmaker and The Selfish Gene. And I think he's a BS artist, but he is very smart. He's kind of like, like the biology version of Satan, okay? But he is a smart guy. We'll talk about him next time. So anyways, hope that was interesting or useful.